Hi all, I stumbled on the official first ever Brilliancy Prize chess game. So this Brilliancy Prize chess game happens to be of a very, very interesting player, Henry Edward Bird. It was against James Mason in the 1876 New York tournament. So this seems to be the first on historical record from a tournament chess game. So a tournament which had the Brilliancy Prize award, which is sometimes respected in modern tournaments. It's a really great tradition, the Brilliancy Prize award. So e4 from Henry Bird. We have a French defense. d4, d5, knight c3, knight f6, and actually we have e takes d, so a delayed exchange French defense, which you wouldn't have thought would be that mega exciting. But let's see, h6 here, rook e1, knight c6, knight b5, going for that dark square bishop. That moves out of the way. c3, bishop a5. Knight a3. Bishop g4, pinning the knight. Knight c2, as if knight e3 to hit that bishop soon. Queen e7, b4, locking in that bishop on b6. h3, bishop h5. Knight e3 here. So that f5 square is more of interest for white now. Rook f8, b5, knight e7, g4. A bit double-edged, weakening white's king maybe, potentially. Knight e5. Queen c8, a4, as if a5 to squish that bishop. c6, giving the bishop some breathing space. b takes c6, b takes bishop a3. So there's a direct idea involving bishop takes e7 now in some lines. Knight e4. Queen c2, protecting the c3 pawn, putting more pressure on this diagonal. Threatening to take here, actually. In fact, after knight g5, white does take there on e7, which weakens g6, but the h3 pawn potentially is going now. So, yep, we have now queen takes, allowing h3 to drop. With check, the knight goes to f4, hitting the queen. Queen f5, knight e6, knight g2, queen c7, pinning that knight. a5, yeah, this is where it starts to get really interesting with a5. Bishop takes. So white now plays rook takes a5, and now, as I say, things get really interesting. Black doesn't want to give up c6 in a hurry. He plays actually rook f8 here. Can you guess what white plays in this position, which is, I think, the major sign for brilliancy now? 5 seconds to pause the video. What would you play if I give you 5 seconds to pause the video starting from now? Okay, rook a6. So still persisting with wanting c6 at the cost of a queen now. So it's a queen for a couple of pieces, it seems, at the moment. So knight d8. Okay. So 2 rooks and the knight. 2 rooks and 2 knights against, yes, interesting material imbalance. We have knight f4. Both of the knights seem potentially very useful. Queen c8. Knight fg6, threatening knight takes e7 check. And letting the rook go here, potentially. But black isn't interested in taking that rook over there. That would seem actually very, very dangerous. To do that, he actually plays rook e8, and we have now a really nice move here. Can you guess if I give you 5 seconds? White to play. Knight takes c6. Yeah, with the idea that both knights are helping each other for this fork, royal fork on e7. So if taking, there will be knight e7 check, winning that queen. Black actually plays check here. Now knight c e5, and queen takes c3, rook e3. Queen d2 was played. This might not be the most accurate move to try and stay in the game. In fact, it seems queen c8 is quite promising for black still, technically. Black will be doing well here to do this. Just go back to zip up f5. Okay, but queen d2, king g2, queen takes d4, f6. It starts to look really dangerous now. G takes, rook takes, knight e6, and rook g3. So everything's focusing on the black king now. Knight g5, knight g4, king g7. Here again, there was another try. It seems technically black could try, because he's sealing these exit squares. He could try queen a1 instead here. Apparently this is an idea. For example, if black gets an opportunity, then here rook e1 with a sort of counter-attack, big counter-attack, which might be in black's favour. But he didn't play that. So here he actually played, instead of queen a1, he played king g7, and now knight f4. Yeah, this is starting to be really dangerous. Check. Again, one last chance again. Rook e1. Apparently, with best play, black should be okay. But he played actually queen e4 check. So this is... now it's getting really dangerous after king h2. If black wants to stay in the game, there seems to be, again, queen d4 to stay in the game, but he played actually knight h7, and now we have knight h5 check, king h8, rook takes h6. So the two rooks and two knights are converging against the black king. Nasty pin there. Queen c2, and now knight hf6. So yeah, there's all sorts of nasties hitting the rook as well. Rook e7, king g2, d4, and now can you see what white plays in this position, which really puts the pressure on black. If I give you 5 seconds. Okay, knight e5. Yeah, that's really, really dangerous. Threatens things like rook g8 checkmate, among other things. Queen c8 was tried, but now knight g6 check in. Everything's falling off the board here. Black resigned. If king g7, knight takes e7, winning the queen, winning the house basically. It's going to be big material up, a rook up after the smoke clears, for example, like this. A whole rook up. Okay, so that's, for the record, was the first Brilliancy Prize game in a chess tournament. And I want to give a tribute, by the way, to my old clubmates who passed away a few years back, but I always remember him talking about playing brilliantly. Steve Weston. He was a really, really nice guy, really enthusiastic about chess, had a real passion for the game, as well as being a top lawyer for a big company, and a family man. He always emphasised about playing brilliantly, in an excited way. He was very, very inspiring when I was a chess junior at Barnet, what was known as Barnet Chess Club, which is now Barnet Ellis-Beesman's chess club. So, tribute there. Rest in peace, Steve Weston. I remember you talking about Brilliancy quite a lot, and I thought you'd like this one as the first official Brilliancy Prize game. Okay. Thanks very much. Comments, questions, likes, shares appreciated. Cheers then.